It is only when we truly know and understand we have limited time on earth, and we have no way of knowing when our time is up, that we will begin to live each day to the fullest, as if it were the only one we have. "20 years from now, you will be more disappointed by the things that you didn't do than by the ones you did do. So throw off the bow lines, sail away from the safe harbor, catch the trade winds in your sails, explore, dream, discover. The purpose of life, after all, is to live it, to taste experience to the utmost, to reach out eagerly and without fear for a newer and richer experience. To those who stay put, the world is but an imaginary place. But to the movers, the makers, and the shakers, the world is all around, an endless invitation. So the only question left to ask yourself is, where should you go now?"
Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, wherever you may be around the world. Ali Midawi with you with a brand new installment of Yup Daily. And my goodness, today I got a good one for you. Today we talk about my personal routines to building a network marketing business. Network marketing is one of the most exhilarating, exciting business model you can be part of, but it's also the most underestimated when it comes to the amount of work that it requires business model for the masses. A lot of people think it's just a lottery ticket. I come in, I talk to two people, and I become rich, but it does not work that way. So if you are here for the very first time, let me know if you're an entrepreneur and where you are chiming in from. My name is Ali Midawi, and I am your host with the Avocado Toast. And I have the privilege to be a global master trainer of an entrepreneurial community that we operate in 6 continents, helping individuals start, grow, or scale their businesses in multiple verticals. Plus, we help you build your book of business or even a sales force. Should you want to do so, you may even become a shareholder as we are becoming a publicly traded company. Now, let's talk about today's topic. So, are you in network marketing, or are you an entrepreneur overall? If you are, you may be at luck today. I've done all right for myself, and I'm going to give you my actual routine that I operate with each and every single day. So the very first thing is, when I wake up in the morning, I don't touch my phone for the very first hour, maybe even 90 minutes, and I write, I read, I meditate, I listen to audiobooks. I do a whole lot to cultivate my mindset for the day. That's right, for that day. I don't do a 90-day game plan. I do a daily game plan, because it has to be so focused, so ready for today's operations, for today's occurrence, for today's events, for today's economy, for today's growth, whatever that may be for today. Well, that's what I'm focused on. And the reason I do so is because I don't want to put myself in a position where I can't predict the future, but I can certainly anticipate what can happen today at a precise level. Okay. So you want to make sure that you identify your goals and purpose for the day, right? Like what are my goals for the day? When I put my head on that pillow tonight, do I want to look back and say, I'm glad I have done what? Fill in the blank. So when you identify the goals that you are attempting to get done, and or the purpose for the day, it's going to give you a little bit of clarity, because if I know the end destination, now I just have to determine the roadmap to it, right? Like the GPS path to it. Be prepared for it. Understand, like, do I need gas? Do I need tools? Do I need snacks? Do I need, a wingman, or whatever the case may be? So identify the goals and the purpose for the day is the very first thing that I focus on. The second thing is, in my daily routine to build a network marketing business, is I track people who I introduce to my business model. In other words, if I spoke to you within the last 7 days about my business model, you're the very first people that I'm going to reach out to and follow up with this very same week. And I'm going to talk about follow-up separately. But the reason that is I want to just identify if you are ready to join and work together, or if you are not, maybe you can become a customer. If you are not, that's okay too. But I want, for my own sanity, so I know exactly what is the inventory of my pipeline between the people that are interested and ready to get started, the people who are not interested, and everybody in between. The reason I do so, it gives me a clear understanding. You are this close to your goal, or you are way, way, way further than you thought. Even if you have 7 people who told you last night, I'm excited and I'm ready to learn and I want to get involved. Well, you're not where you need to be. So you got to identify and track the people that you've introduced to your product, to your service, to your company, to your offering, or whatever the case may be. The next piece is to make sure that you plan your month at a glance. So I have a whiteboard in here. So I plan my day every single day, right, in the morning. But I have a whiteboard that has exactly what I need to achieve for this month specifically, right? Like my goal for my $750,000 of revenue for the company, and I have it broken down exactly from what business line is going to generate what are the daily activities that I have to have in order to make that happen, in which division and vertical I anticipate a certain amount of effort, and so on and so forth. So at a glance, I can take a peek and remind me what you need to focus on. So my daily behavior that I talked to you about to identify the goal and the purpose needs to match exactly what I have for the month. So at a glance, I can take a look and know exactly. On the bottom, it says recruit, keep building, keep your builders motivated, and don't give up sponsorship. Those are the 3 things personal that I have to stay reminded of each and every single day. So again, make sure that you plan your month and put it in front of you at a glance, usually in the first week of the month, preferably, right? The next piece is to practice gratitude and affirmation. So I talk about this a lot. Gratitude is the only cure for you to not feel bad about someone doing better than you, or not comparing yourself to other. When you are grateful, you humble yourself to the willingness to look around and say, I'm doing really, really good. And when you feel in your mind that I'm doing really, really, really good, you don't have the sales thirsty conversations, right? Because you're doing really, really good. So it automatically adjusts your mindset into a very well put posture of a professional, because a professional lives on abundance. Abundance is 100% the result of gratitude. If you live on gratitude, you will always feel like you have so much to offer, that you're always offering so much that the world says, if he's giving me this much on the Yup Daily, what can I get if I actually were to work with him each and every single day, right? So make sure that you practice gratitude and affirmation for your own sanity, because you are going to have people who are going to quit. You are going to have people who are going to backstab you. You're going to give a year, 2 years of your life to somebody, and then they're just going to turn around and say, yeah, I don't like you. You're a bad person. And that's okay. It's business. It is what it is. It's not personal, right? Same exact thing for my sanity. Instead of me dwelling on what who quit, or who's no longer producing, or who's sabotaged 2 years worth of work, or 5 years, or 10 years, whatever it may be, I look at where I am in my life right now, and I am so happy and grateful now that, and I fill in the blank. I'm so happy and grateful now that I have everything that I wanted, desire, and wish for. I'm so happy and grateful now that I have health, wealth, success, happiness, joy, abundance, wellness. I mean, anything and everything that could reset your brain, because your mind, or your brain specifically, is listening to you, and you are given a command like you would on a remote control, and your body operates on that extreme excitement, motivated, inspired, positive, loving life, living good, right? Like, people talk to me every single day. They're like, dude, are you always like on a 12? Yes, I am, because I really take care of this thing. The most important organ in my body is my brain, because if that's healthy, everything else functions in the most effective and efficient way possible. I tell my body when I want to lose weight. I tell my body everything that I'm doing, and it works really, really good for me. I hope you try it too. So practice gratitude and affirmations. Next is to use a power list. So a power list, once you have your goals and purpose for the day that should match your month at a glance, right? Your power list is the top 5 activities in the day that, no matter how high, how low, I am not going to sleep until I get these 5 things done. Now, here's the thing. If you get them done at 10 a.m. in the morning, you have the rest of the day, Whatever you do on top is extra. And if you don't do anything, you don't do anything. Good for you. Enjoy the rest of your day. You were effective and you got it done. But the power list, not a to-do list, has to be the most impactful, empowering 5 activities. Recommended to have 4 that are business related and 1 that's personal related. 4 that are business related and 1 that is personal related. Doing so allows you to have that laser focus and eliminate any distractions. See, like creating a piece of content for social media is not in a priority list for me. Like talking to you on a one-on-one meet and greet, oh yeah, that's a priority for me. Talking to 30 people a day, that's a priority for me. Making sure that I have at least 2 to 3 presentations that I'm part of a day, that's a priority for me. Helping someone getting started the proper way and having them, schedule their launch Zoom, that's a priority for me. Showing someone how to effectively and efficiently make money without compromising their marriage or relationships at home, that's a priority for me, right? So making sure that you set up your priorities along with, obviously, you have a power list, goals and purposes, and your month at a glance. See, when you mix and match all of what I just shared with you right now, you start having a focused income producing activity every single day, and that becomes a routine. And that's what worked for me. Now, there are a million ways to $1 million. And if you're doing well for yourself, God bless, man. But if you want to position yourself to build a 7-figure business, how you doing? I'm helping you exactly with doing just that. The next piece is relationship building. This is the bloodline that connects all of us who want to work with one another. See, it is only via a relationship that one person can 100% do business with another. It is not the product, the service, the company, the compensation plan. If you get people started based on the compensation plan, they're going to quit based on the compensation plan, even if they do not do any work at all. And they're like, oh, this stuff doesn't work. I'm not making any money. Well, when was the last time you enrolled anybody? I didn't. And why are you complaining about not making money? It's like not showing up for your traditional job and telling your boss, where's my check? So again, it is imperative that you build meaningful relationships. So what I do is, to the best of my ability, it used to be easier for me when we started this journey, that I used to, anyone that I personally enrolled, 100% at least every 7 days, touch base with anyone. Hey, just checking in. Hey, just checking in. Hey, just checking in, right? With my leaders, having a weekly meeting, like with my top leaders. With the brand new person, hey, just checking on you. How's it going? Always building meaningful relationships, not building money-making relationships. No. The money-making relationships only come when you have a real friendship or a real relationship with the individual. You can fake it and you can, play, the Mr. Suave or, Miss Suave. But I'm here to tell you, sooner or later, it's going to backfire if you're not genuine about your relationship. Say what you mean and mean what you say. Be honorable, be honest, and say it to the person's face. And you may hurt that person sometimes, but you can at least sleep at nighttime knowing that you did the right thing. So relationship building is imperative, because for those of you who say, I need to be in the cold market space, I don't want to deal with friends and family. That's what you need to do with cold market. You need to build the relationship, because that's how they know, they like, and they trust you. And for those of you who are in the relationship side and you're like, I don't want to do cold market, great. You already have that. You just now have to advance your conversation or use a third party as well, where you are no longer putting yourself in a position of comfort where the conversation has to go from buddy to business. Okay. The last piece the last piece is automatic follow-up. What do I mean by automatic follow-up? So follow-up for me, I follow up while I'm scrolling on social media. If any of you have ever been in any of my income producing activity workshops, I changed the setting of my Facebook newsfeed from algorithms, meaning they're showing me what's trending, to most recent, which turns it into chronological order. So just like you, I have my time where I just want to scroll a little bit, but I turn it into chronological. So as people in real time just posted, I see them. I send them a message. Hey, just checking in. I haven't talked to you in a while. Or somebody that I've never talked to. I see that we've never interacted before. I look forward to learn more about you and your professional background. Doing that immediate follow-up on any and everyone allows you and I to be in a position, in a place where we can truly and genuinely, by default, automatically, whether we are on prospecting mode, follow-up mode, presentation mode, we are by default following up with people for a relationship base, because sooner or later, when you're telling that person, so how you been? What's going on in your life? How are the kids? How's the family? How's the vacation? They're eventually going to say, how about you? And that's your opportunity to tell them what's going on in your life. Ask them if they're open to taking an evaluation of what you're doing. But again, it comes to having a pipeline. So let me give you one final ninja bonus. You ready for that ninja bonus? Drop ninja bonus in the comment if you're ready for it. There it is. It is a numbers game. I personally go for 600 new conversations a month. Now, I said conversations. I didn't say prospecting. I didn't say piquing someone's interest, 600 people. No. I talk to everyone, but I only prospect the very select few. What I mean is this. I make sure that I connect with 30 people a day, whether it's a happy birthday, whether it's, hey, I haven't seen you in a while, whether it's beautiful pictures, whatever it may be. And it's always in the direct messenger, right? So 30 people a day times 5 days a week, that's 150 times 4 weeks. That's 600 individuals. See how the math is? Sometimes you literally can knock out 30. Hey, how you been? I haven't talked to you in a while. Or, hey, let's connect sometime soon. Or, hey, let's do a virtual coffee or whatever it may be in 30 minutes to an hour tops. And most of the time I do it at 5:30 in the morning while everybody's still sleeping because I don't get any interruptions, right? So doing so gives you 600. Let's take that 600 and say 90% are the worst possible. They are not interested. They don't want to do anything with you. They don't want to check out or take a look at what you're working with. So 90%, that is a really, really bad failure ratio, right? The 10% of that is 60 individuals. When was the last time you had 60 individuals interested in you and in your business? Let's take those 60 people and say you prospected them and you approached them and you exposed them the proper way. And let's just say out of those 60 people, 90% of them don't have money. My husband or my wife do not let me do business. I'm not interested. I don't like MLM, whatever it may be. 6 brand new people in your business this month, personal enrollment. When was the last time you enrolled 6 people personal in the same calendar month? See, that ninja bonus is what allowed me to build a 7-figure business. Take home for me. That, what I just shared with you right now, consistently over a period of time, you're going to have the drought season, where sometimes 2-3 months in a row, you're just going through the numbers and nothing magical is happening. And then on month 4, bing, one person brings you 10,000 people, changes everything that has ever happened in your business. But because you kept on and stayed consistent, knocking on the door and the next door and the next door and the next door, eventually the right door opened. You need to do that for yourself. So I so appreciate your time. I hope that you've picked a thing or two. Do me a favor in the comment, write for me, what is your biggest takeaway from what I just shared with you right now? And what is something that you feel like you need to work on to make your routine the best that it can be? So I appreciate you and I thank you. And for those of you that are in our community, take advantage. There are plenty of overviews throughout the whole day. Today, I'm doing one at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And then there's another one at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Freedom Accelerator tomorrow. So many things. Yup Daily all day, every day. Appreciate you and I love you. And until next time, peace out, everybody.